Welcome. My name is Barry Sullivan. I'm the Director of Program Development for the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department Heads Association. And this is day 2 of our summit on the future of ECE curriculum, a preview of the annual conference. And that is indeed what we're doing here, that we've been doing yesterday and today, is giving everybody a little preview of some of the things that you'll hear if you can join us next month in New Orleans. Before we go any further, I would like to recognize and thank our summit sponsors, starting with Keysight Technologies and Texas Instruments, also DigiKey Electronics, Liquid Instruments, Mauser Electronics, Regal, Digiland, MathWorks, Pico Technology, Rohde and Schwartz, ANSYS, Renesys, Tektronix, and the Institution of Engineering and Technology. Thanks to all these organizations for supporting ACETA and making these summits possible. We couldn't do it without your support. I'd also like to recognize and thank our 2 summit chairs, Sid Delawala, who you'll be hearing from in just a little bit. Sid is the Director of Lab Programs in the Electrical and Systems Engineering Department at the University of Pennsylvania. Sid is also the fearless leader of our Lab Pros. And for those of you who are not familiar with the significance of that, the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department at Seattle University. Agnieszka is also the current ACETA Vice President, which means that she serves as the program chair for the annual conference. And so what you're seeing today, what you'll be experiencing next month in New Orleans is thanks to Agnieszka and her hard work with the program committee to pull all this together. Our schedule for today, once we conclude these welcome and introductions, I'll be turning it over to Sid, who has put together a great panel to discuss future ideas for hands-on education. After that discussion, we will once again be having our corporate suites, and Kim Sim-Powell will introduce us to those, and then we'll be wrapping up around 11:35, 11:40 with some closing remarks. Just a few reminders, some housekeeping notes. Please, if you're not currently speaking, if you will keep your mics muted. I know we're all pretty much zoomed out over the last 2 years, and we've all experienced barking dogs and children who are looking for their 2 minutes of fame. But if you'll be respectful to those who are trying to make a presentation and silence your mics, that would be much appreciated. If you do want to pose a question, the chat feature is available to do that. Also, we often see some interesting conversations going on in the chat, so please don't hesitate to do that. And I'll just say that pay attention to the chat. You might find some interesting things going on there. And finally, when it comes time for the corporate suites, we'll be using Zoom breakout rooms. Again, I think most people are familiar with that. But we'll be giving some instructions at that time on how to choose your breakout room. You will have the option of choosing which of the corporate suites that you'll be attending. So that includes my little welcome and introduction. Without further ado, I will introduce then Sid Delawala. And Sid,